Hello everyone, welcome to this new video on dimensional analysis. In this I will explain about Buckingham's pi theorem by solving a problem. We will start with first problem, and the problem is like this. The resistance R experienced by a partially submerged body depends upon the velocity v, length of the body L, viscosity of the fluid mu, density of the fluid ρ, and gravitational acceleration g. Obtain a dimensionless expression for R. Now here resistance R is nothing but a force experienced by a submerged body, and its resistance value depends on 5 variables V, L, mu, ρ and G. So we'll solve the problem like this, starting with writing number of variables given in the question, starting with R, V, L, mu, ρ and G. So totally number of variables given are 6. So number of variables n is equal to 6. So next step is to find out number of pi terms. And in order to find out number of pi terms, we need 3 repeating variables. And these 3 repeating variables must be selected from the given set of variables. So 6 variables are given, you have to select 3 variables. And what is the procedure to select these 3 variables? I will explain now. So procedure to select 3 repeating variables. Starting with first variable. First variable must be selected from the geometric property. Geometric property is like dimensions, d, that is diameter, length, area, volume, etc. Second variable must be selected from the flow property. Flow of fluid, like it is having some velocity, acceleration, force, momentum, etc. If such variables are given in the question, you can select. So third variable must be selected from the fluid property, like density, viscosity or specific gravity, something else. So let us select 3 variables by using this procedure from the given set of variables. First variable I am selecting is L, since it is a geometric property. Second variable I am selecting is velocity, because it is a flow property, flow of fluid. And the third variable I am going to select is density. However, viscosity is also given, but still density will be given as first preference. Now total number of repeating variables, that is m, is equal to 3. Therefore, number of pi terms is equal to n minus m is equal to 6 minus 3, that is 3. So that means there are 3 pi terms are there, pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3. Now next work is to write the pi terms, and the procedure is like this. We have to write all the 3 repeating variables first with their respective power terms, which are mentioned in small letters like A, B, C. Then we have to add one variable to this set which is not selected as repeating variable, but it is present in the given set of variables. So we'll write like this. So L, V, ρ, and their powers are A, B, C respectively. Now these 3 variables are selected from the given set of variables. What are remaining variables? One is R, second is mu, and third one is G. Now you select any one from this set. So R is selected for the first pi term. Next pi 2 term, again all the 3 variables will be written as it is, L, V and ρ. And the next variable which is remain in the variable set is mu. So mu is written as last variable. So pi 3 term, here also again L, V, ρ remains as it is with same powers, and G is the remaining variable. Now you can name all these 3 equations as 1, 2, 3. Next work is solving all these 3 pi terms individually one by one. So we will start with pi 1 term. So pi 1 is equal to L raised to A, V raised to B, rho raised to C into R. R is nothing but a resistance force, so unit is Newton only. Now we'll write the dimensional form like this. On the left side, MLT raised to 0 because pi 1 is dimensionless, that is equal to dimensional form of L is L raised to A. Dimensional form of velocity, it is LT raised to minus 1 to the power B. Dimensional form of rho is M L raised to minus 3, power is C, and R is Newton, so dimensional form is M L T raised to minus 2. Now next step is comparing the power terms, starting with M. On the left side, power of M is 0. On the right hand side, M to the power C is there, plus M to the power 1. So C is equal to minus 1. So that is the first value you got. Next, for L. On the left side, again the power is 0. That is equal to L to the power A. So A. L to the power B is there. So plus B. Next, minus 3 into C. So that is minus 3C plus 1. Next, for T. On the left side, it is 0. That is equal to minus 1 into B. That is minus B. And last is minus 2. So from third equation you can write B is equal to minus 2. Now you substitute C and B values in the second equation L. So therefore 0 is equal to A as it is, plus B instead of B write minus 2, and instead of the C minus 3 into minus 1, and the last term is plus 1. So that is equal to A is equal to minus 2. So we are ready with all the 3 values. Next work is to substitute these values in pi 1 equation. So pi 1 is equal to, so L raised to minus 2, L raised to minus 2, V raised to minus 2, and rho raised to minus 1, and R as it is. So we can simplify this one as R divided by rho V square L square, so that is equal to pi 1. Next we will solve second pi term. So pi 2 is equal to L raised to A, V raised to B, rho raised to C into mu. Dimensional form, on the left side MLT raised to 0, that is equal to L raised to A, LT raised to minus 1 to the power B, ML raised to minus 3 to the power C into mu, that is dynamic viscosity, ML raised to minus 1 T raised to minus 1. So next we compare the powers, starting with M. On the left side it is 0, on the right side it is M into C, that is C plus 1. So C is equal to minus 1. Next for L. On the left side again 0, right side it is A, L raised to A is there, plus B, minus 3 into C, so it's minus 3C minus 1. Next for T, left side it is 0 again, right side T raised to minus 1 into B, so it is minus B minus 1, so B is minus 1. Now you substitute C and B values in the equation L. Therefore 0 is equal to A as it is. Instead of B you can substitute minus 1, minus 3 into minus 1 minus 1. So A value is, on calculating we will get minus 1. So we are ready with all 3 values A, B, C. Now substitute in pi 2 equation. So pi 2 is equal to L raised to minus 1, V raised to minus 1, rho raised to minus 1 into mu. So you can simplify this as mu by rho V L, that is pi 2 term. Next we will solve third pi term. So pi 3 is equal to L raised to A, V raised to B, rho raised to C into G. So dimensional form on the left side mlt raised to 0. On the right side as it is, first three terms dimensional form remains same in all the three cases. Whereas for G it is Lt raised to minus 2. G is gravity or acceleration due to gravity, unit is meter per second square, so dimensional form is Lt raised to minus 2. Next work is comparing the powers starting with m. Left side 0, right side it is C, so C value is 0. Next for L, left side it is 0 again, that is equal to A, B minus 3 into C plus 1. Next for T, left side it is 0, right side it is minus 1 into B minus 2. So B is minus 2. So substitute C and B values in the second equation L. Therefore 0 is equal to A minus 2. Instead of B, substitute minus 2, minus 3 into 0 plus 1. So A is equal to 1. Now substitute A, B, C values in pi 3 equation. So pi 3 is equal to L raised to 1, V raised to minus 2, and rho raised to C is 0 into G. So you can write final equation as G L by V square, that is pi 3. Now final step is combining all these pi terms and equating to 0 in order to get the final expression for R. So f of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equal to 0. This is a general equation used in Buckingham's pi theorem. So substitute all the pi values inside this square bracket. So R by rho V square L square, mu by rho VL, GL by V square. That is equal to 0. Now we need expression for R. So we'll keep the first pi term on the left side and we'll move all the remaining terms to the right with another function phi. Since we need expression for R only, so we'll take denominator terms rho V square L square to the right side. So final equation is R is equal to rho V square L square phi of mu by rho VL, GL by V square. This is the final solution.